Welcome back to KMOT First News at 6. I'm John Jacklin. After releasing the softball and girls soccer All-State rosters last week, the North Dakota High School Coaches Association released its Class A baseball All-State team today. Here are the WGA players on the All-State team. There are 3 Minot High players represented: Kellen Burke, Carson Deaver, and Parker Hand. Parker was also named the NDHSCA Powerade Outstanding Senior Athlete. Minot is the only program to have more than 2 All-State selections. Kellen and Carson are juniors and will return next season, and Parker will continue his baseball career at Northern Oklahoma College. In addition to being a Coach of the Year finalist, Cody Campbell of the Minot Minotauros is also a finalist for NAHL General Manager of the Year. Campbell is one of 3 finalists alongside Anchorage's Keith Morris and Lone Star's Dan Wildfong. The Toros produced 12 NCAA Division I commits and will send 5 players to the USHL. The NAHL Awards show is tomorrow at 3 p.m. That's all we have in sports. We'll be right back.